Okay, today we are going to discuss and solve the past papers of chapter digestive system. Digestive system and related to the course biology 5090 as well as 0610. Okay, so here the first MCQ. Which type of food is not digested before being absorbed by the body? The correct answer is water, because water has nothing to do with the digestion. The diagram shows the human alimentary canal, in which structure is the most glucose absorbed into the body. As far as glucose absorption is concerned, the absorption takes place in the small intestine, not in the stomach, not in the esophagus, as we know that esophagus do not have any sort of digestive glands, or digestion does not take place in the esophagus. ना ही pancreas में होता है, because pancreas जो है वो सिर्फ gland है जो secrete करता है digestive enzymes as well as hormones, insulin. And as far as the intestine is concerned, they label it as C. So C is our correct answer. Where D is not the correct answer because it's the large intestine. Okay, large intestine do not have the capacity and capability to absorb the glucose. Only the small intestine do this work. That is the absorption of the glucose, and especially it takes place in the ileum. Okay, so this is the correct answer. Now here is another MCQ. MCQ number 3. It says that this MCQ says that which dietary component is likely to be deficient in a meat-free diet? It's usually the fiber. Fiber is not present in a meat-free diet, and the correct option is B. Okay, so for this the correct option is B. Now the next MCQ is, the bacterium Salmonella enterica can cause severe food poisoning, and the lining of the alimentary canal may be damaged. In these cases, absorption of digestive food product cannot easily takes place. Okay, as we know that Salmonella enterica एक ऐसा बैक्टीरिया है जो कि इंटरनल लाइनिंग इंटेस्टाइन की जो होती है उसको डैमेज कर देता है. इंटरनल लाइनिंग इंटेस्टाइन की कौन सी होती है? म्यूकस और सबम्यूकोजल लेयर होती है. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस, अगर हम इसको थोड़ा सा रिवाइज करें तो वी कैन इजीली गेट द कंसेप्ट. इंटेस्टाइन जो होती है वो मैंने आपको बताया था कि इसमें लेयर्स होती हैं. फर्स्ट इज द लॉन्गिट्यूडनल मसल्स. ठीक है, लॉन्गिट्यूडनल मसल के बाद फिर आते हैं सर्कुलर मसल्स. ठीक है, दीज आर द सर्कुलर मसल्स. इधर भी ऊपर ये इसके लॉन्गिट्यूडनल मसल्स हैं, और फिर उसके बाद इसके ये सर्कुलर मसल्स हैं. ठीक है, और सर्कुलर मसल्स के बाद जो है स्पेसिफिक एक जिसे कहते हैं कि स्ट्रक्चर होता है, जिसे हमने कहा था कि विलाय का स्ट्रक्चर जो हमने बहुत डीपली स्टडी भी किया था, जो कि एब्जॉर्प्शन का काम करता है. दैट मींस कि व्हाटएवर द डाइजेशन टेक्स प्लेस इन द हॉलो स्पेस ऑफ द इंटेस्टाइन, स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन, दैट कैन बी एब्जॉर्ब्ड फ्रॉम दीज प्रोजेक्शंस, दैट इज कॉल्ड द विलाय. ठीक है, ये वाली जो है ये है विलाय. अब वो ये बोल रहे हैं कि जो साल्मोनेला एंटेरिका है, ये वाला जो बैक्टीरिया है, ये इन्फेक्शन, इसने इन्फेक्शन किया हुआ, जिस इन्फेक्शन की वजह से इसने कौन सी वाली जो लाइन है, जो इंटरनल लाइन है, दैट इज विलाई की जो है, इसको ये खत्म कर चुका है, खा चुका है. ठीक है, दैट मीन्स के इट डिस्ट्रॉयड ऑल द होल लाइन ऑफ द इंटरनल इंटेस्टिनल एरिया. ओके, सो आगे वो ये बोलते हैं कि ड्यू टू द सीवियर फूड पॉइजनिंग द लाइनिंग ऑफ द एलिमेंट्री कैनाल मे बी डैमेज. ठीक है, एंड दीज केसेस एब्जॉर्प्शन ऑफ डाइजेस्टिव फूड प्रोडक्ट्स कैन नॉट टेक प्लेस. डेफिनेटली यहाँ पे जो है ना एब्सेंस ऑफ विलाय है, एब्सेंस ऑफ विलाय है. ठीक है, अब ये एब्सेंस ऑफ विलाय है तो एब्जॉर्प्शन का जो प्रोसेस है वो रुक जाएगा. एब्जॉर्प्शन प्रोसेस स्टॉप्स. ठीक है, यहाँ पे स्टॉप हो जाएगा. तो व्हाटएवर द फूड इज देयर, इट्स डायरेक्टली पास टू द large intestine, and the person may feel what can I say, diarrhea or diarrhetic conditions. ठीक है, it goes directly to the large intestine और फिर उसके बाद वो वहाँ से food pass out हो जाएगा without having any sort of absorption, and it will increase the loss of electrolytes, salts, water, as well as digested food too. So it will cause the food poisoning, and it will give a severe sort of weakness in the person. So now they are asking which region of alimentary canal is affected. Okay, alimentary canal जो है उसका कौन सा region affected है? As I told you before, it is the absorption takes place in the small intestine, and the colon, ileum, esophagus, and stomach. Esophagus is not the right answer because esophagus is on the top here. The picture is giving esophagus, so it is not the correct answer. So another, by the way, I'm taking this diagram as a sample to make you people understand this MCQ. Another is the colon. Colon is not also the correct answer because colon is termed as the large intestine. Whenever the colon is written, just think about the large intestine. It is not the correct option because large intestine has no concern and nothing to do with the absorption of the food material. Another one is the stomach. Stomach is also not the absorbing part of the digestive system. Okay, this one is also not the correct option. Now the last one is the ileum. Yes, ileum is present in the small intestine. And it has got the villi structure which take parts in the absorption. Okay, so the correct answer for this MCQ is the ileum. Okay. Now another MCQ, the diagram shows some of the organ of the human body. Okay, it's clearly shown that it's a digestive system, right? This is the digestive system. Okay, now there are so many labelings P, Q, S, and R. So in which organ does the digestion of protein takes place? As far as the protein digestion is concerned, we have already studied that protein digestion takes place in the stomach because of the pepsin and renin plus HCl. Okay, so this is also the correct option. Another area for the protein digestion is the small intestine. So small intestine begins at the portion of R, region of R. Okay, because a small intestine contains protease enzymes, okay, that digest the proteins into amino acids or polypeptides into amino acids. So the correct option is P and R. This P. This one is the correct option. Another MCQ is number 6. Which organ produces amylase? Gallbladder? No, gallbladder produces bile juice. In fact, gallbladder is not a producing organ. It's just a storing organ. So bile juice is stored in a gallbladder. Okay, and that comes from the liver. Liver is the producing organ for the bile juice. So it is not the correct option. Amylase is not producing, even not stored in the gallbladder. Liver is not meant for producing the amylase. Liver is meant for producing the bile juice and other intracellular enzymes like catalase and other things. Okay, esophagus, we know that esophagus do not contain any digestive glands. It's just a passage. So it is also another option which is not the correct one. Now the last one is the pancreas. Yes, pancreas do contains the pancreatic amylase, which comes in the form of pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice. Okay, pancreatic juice contains 3 types of enzymes. Number 1, pancreatic amylase. Second one is pancreatic lipase, and number 3rd one is the pancreatic protease. So they are asking about the amylase. So amylase is present, definitely secreted by the pancreas in the pancreatic juice, that is the pancreatic amylase. So our correct option is D. Okay, now another MCQ 7. Let's have a look. Acha, which treatment is best for the person with persistent diarrhea? Diarrhea में होता क्या है? Loss of water, loss of mineral salts, loss of digested food if enzymes are working. Heavy loss of water, heavy loss of mineral salts. Mineral salts are also termed as electrolytes. Electrolytes. Okay. And electrolytes or mineral salts contain sugars molecules, that is glucose, and salt molecules or ions, salt ions like sodium ions, chloride ions, potassium ions, like this, or magnesium ions. Okay, so these are called the electrolytes or mineral nutrients. Okay, so their question is, which treatment is best? They are asking for the treatment best for the person with persistent diarrhea. A, drinking of solution of sugar and salt. Yes, definitely I go for this, क्योंकि अगर इसको इलेक्ट्रोलाइट बैलेंस कर देंगे तो डेफिनेटली इसकी जो भी वीकनेसेस हैं और जो कोऑर्डिनेशन एंड कंट्रोल का मैकेनिज्म है वो बेटर रहेगा, बिकॉज mineral salts that contains sodium ions especially and potassium ions can inculcate the process of coordination and control. ठीक है, आपके कोऑर्डिनेशन एंड कंट्रोल का जो मैकेनिज्म है कि आपके जो सेंसेस जो होते हैं जो बहाल रहते हैं जो सही से काम कर रहे होते हैं, इट्स जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रोलाइट बैलेंस, दैट इज द ample amount of sodium ions and potassium ions present inside your each and every cell to conduct the nerve impulses and to conduct the all the coordination messages that runs all over the body. So drinking of solution of sugar and salt is the best option. Drinking of pure water, no. If we give only the pure water, then it may replace the loss of water, that means the content that is being lost, जो water loss हुआ है वो तो replace कर देगा, but as far as sugar and salt is concerned, which is also in a very less form inside the stomach or inside the body of the diabetic person, so water is not the good option. Only drinking pure water. Eating more fiber, no. Fiber increases the bowel movement. Fiber increases the bowel or intestinal movement. इंटेस्टिनल मूवमेंट जो होती है वो उसको क्या कर देता है, इंक्रीज कर देता है. सो फाइबर जो है वो इट्स नॉट अ गुड ऑप्शन, इट्स नॉट अ गुड चॉइस. ईटिंग प्रोटीन सच एज बॉइल्ड एग्स, नो, it is not at all the best option, because proteins are first have to be digested and they are not the replaceable of all these things. Okay, like all these contents like water, mineral salts and digested food material, it is not a replaceable option. So the best option is drinking a solution of sugar and salt. Now another MCQ is that the diagram shows a large food molecule chain into a small molecules. This is the large food chain molecule, suppose it's a starch, and the process X, that is they are asking what is called the process X that converts this large chain into small molecules. ठीक है, ये small molecules में convert हो गए, इनके bonds जो थे वो break हो गए. Now they are another product, they are termed as another product. ठीक है, these are the reactants, suppose, and this one is the product. Okay, the whole process they are asking, what is this process, whole process. What is the process X? Absorption, no. Absorption is the entrance of the digested food material from the small intestine to the blood. And chewing increases the surface area but not breaking the bonds. ये bonds जो हैं ये टूटे हैं इसमें एक्चुअली बॉन्ड्स टूटे हैं और जो मॉलिक्यूल्स हैं वो अलग अलग हो गए हैं. सो चूइंग इज नॉट द गुड राइट आंसर. डाइजेशन, यस, इन डाइजेशन it is the right answer. In digestion, what happens? The bonds between the large molecules are broken down and they convert into soluble small molecules. Secretion, no, secretion is obviously not the right one. So the correct answer is the digestion. Now another MCQ. The diagram shows a piece of a small intestine during peristalsis. What is peristalsis? Antagonistic movement of longitudinal and circular muscles. ठीक है, दैट इज कॉल्ड द पेरिस्टाल्सिस. अब एंटागोनिस्टिक मूवमेंट क्या है? एंटागोनिस्टिक मूवमेंट जो है ऑपोजिट मूवमेंट्स, यानी कि एक अगर जैसे कहा जाए लॉन्गिट्यूडनल मसल जो है वो रिलैक्स होगा तो ऑन द अदर हैंड सर्कुलर मसल कैसा हो जाएगा? कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हो जाएगा. एंड वाइस वर्सा, अगर जैसे कहा जाए कि लॉन्गिट्यूडनल मसल जो होगा वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होगा तो सर्कुलर मसल जो होगा वो रिलैक्स हो जाएगा. सो दैट्स हाउ इट्स कॉल्ड द antagonistic movement. So here they are asking at point X what happens? Circular muscle and longitudinal muscle. Now look at the picture. These are the longitudinal muscles. These are all the longitudinal muscle. This one is the serous coat. Okay, these are the longitudinal muscles. And these dotted lines are the circular muscles. Okay, now they are asking what happens there. The peristalsis is going on and this one is the bolus. ये क्या है? bolus है, यानी कि chewed food, chewed and up to certain extent digested. स्टार्च जो है वो माल्टोज में कन्वर्ट हो चुका है, डाइजेस्टेड फूड. ठीक है, ये आ रहा है माउथ से स्टमक की तरफ. ठीक है, डायरेक्शन इसकी ऐसे है. अभी बोल रहे हैं सर्कुलर मसल कॉन्ट्रैक्टेड, सर्कुलर मसल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हो रहे हैं. नो, सर्कुलर मसल्स आर नॉट कॉन्ट्रैक्टेड. ओके, सर्कुलर मसल्स आर कॉन्ट्रैक्टेड. यस, सर्कुलर मसल्स आर कॉन्ट्रैक्टेड. हाँ, सर्कुलर मसल्स जो है वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हो रहे हैं, सुकड़ रहे हैं. ठीक है, अच्छा, फिर उसके बाद है लॉन्गिट्यूडनल मसल कॉन्ट्रैक्टेड. नो, लॉन्गिट्यूडनल मसल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हो ही नहीं सकते बिकॉज वी नो दैट पेरिस्टाल्सिस इज द एंटागोनिस्टिक मूवमेंट. ओके, सो दिस ऑप्शन इज नॉट द करेक्ट आंसर. ये तो जैसे कहा जाए कि सिमिलर मूवमेंट है, ये एंटागोनिस्टिक मूवमेंट तो है ही नहीं. सेकेंड वन, बी ऑप्शन, सर्कुलर मसल्स कॉन्ट्रैक्टेड. यस, सर्कुलर मसल्स कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हो रहे हैं यहाँ पे. यस, दे कम क्लोजर if we see the diagram or the picture clearly. हाँ, यहाँ पे सर्कुलर मसल्स जो हैं वो बेसिकली करीब करीब आके जो है कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हो गए. ओके, एंड लॉन्गिट्यूडनल मसल रिलैक्स. यस, डेफिनेटली दे रिलैक्स, दैट्स व्हाई दे लूजन अप. ये लूज होके नीचे आ गए, रिलैक्स हो गए, फैल गए हैं. So I feel like B is the correct answer. That is circular muscle contracted and the longitudinal muscle relaxes. C, circular muscle relaxes. अगर ये relax होते circular muscle, suppose अगर कोई ये कहे कि ये वाला option जो है B option correct नहीं है, C option correct है, let's have a look. ठीक है, अगर circular muscle relax होते तो they started moving here, here and here all direction. ठीक है, फैलने लग जाएंगे. और जिसे कहा जाए कि लॉन्गिट्यूडनल मसल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होंगे तो इनकी जो एक लूजनेस है जो कि अभी नजर आ रही है ऐसे झुकाव में, ये खत्म हो जाएगी और ये जो है फैल जाएंगे. ठीक है, वो मतलब टाइट हो जाएंगे एंड दे बिकम स्ट्रेट अप. तो डिस्टेंस जो है यहाँ पे तो कम होने के बजाय बढ़ जाना चाहिए. सो दिस ऑप्शन इज not the right one and they get relaxed. Similar movements are not going to be takes place in the function or in the process that is called the peristalsis. So the correct answer is the B, that is contracted and relaxes. Circular muscle contracted and longitudinal muscle relaxes. Now here another MCQ. The diagram shows the human alimentary canal. Which structure does not secrete digestive enzymes? They are asking about the secretion of the digestive enzyme, not the other enzymes. As far as mouth is concerned, आपकी बकल कैविटी जो है वो स्लाइवरी अमाइलेज सिक्रीट करती है. Yes, definitely secrete करती है salivary amylase and it's a digestive enzyme. And as far as this one, that is option A is not the correct one because it is the salivary glands. ठीक है, they secretes the salivary amylase and they secrete the digestive enzyme. So A is not the correct option. Now we are going towards the B, that is the pancreas. It is also not the correct option because it secretes pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice that contains digestive enzyme. ठीक है, डाइजेस्टिव एंजाइम्स कौन कौन से होते हैं इसके अंदर? पैनक्रियाटिक अमाइलेज, पैनक्रियाटिक लाइपेज एंड पैनक्रियाटिक प्रोटीएज. So B is not the correct option. As far as C is concerned, C is also not the correct option because it is the small intestinal portion. Small intestine contains intestinal glands and that secretes intestinal amylase, protease and lipase. Okay, so not the A is the correct option, B is not the correct option, C is not the correct option. The correct option is D, that is liver. Liver secretes different enzymes like intracellular enzyme catalase, which is not the part of the digestive system. Not the part. Catalase is not the part of digestion. So liver secretes enzyme, that is the catalase, and it's the intracellular enzyme. So liver does not secrete any type of digestive enzyme, rather it secretes only the emulsifier, that is the bile juice. Okay, so the correct option is the D. Now another MCQ. Why does chewing food speed up digestion? A, bacteria in the food are killed. No, it's not the correct answer. Food is mixed with protease. How it could be possible? Food is not going to mix with protease because it's in the mouth, and in the mouth the salivary amylase is there. Only salivary amylase is there. ठीक है, salivary amylase होता है एंजाइम जो कि यहाँ पे मौजूद होता है और वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ स्टार्च को माल्टोज में कन्वर्ट कर सकता है. स्टार्च को माल्टोज में कन्वर्ट कर सकता है. So this option is really wrong. C, the surface area of the food is increased. Yes, this one is the correct option. The taste of the food is improved. No, it's not related with the taste of the food. So the correct answer is the surface area of the food is increased. Now another MCQ is that the diagram shows the part of the human alimentary canal in which part does protein digestion begins. In esophagus, it is not the part where any type of digestion takes place. Yes, in stomach, the protein digestion is started because in stomach, three components or three things are present. Number one is pepsin, renin, and HCl. Whereas pepsin is concerned, meat and meat product digestion takes place. Renin, milk and milk protein digestion takes place. And HCl provides the acidic pH of 2. That is why the digestion of protein takes place or is started in the stomach. So they are asking about the protein digestion, in which part protein digestion begins. शुरू कहाँ पे होगी, तो बी इज द करेक्ट आंसर। अदरवाइज अगर देखा जाए तो प्रोटीन डाइजेशन कैन बी डन फर्दर इन पार्ट सी, because here is the alimentary canal started, or alimentary canal intestinal portion started, small intestine portion. They do contain the proteins enzyme, protein digestion enzyme, protease. Okay, but they are asking for the beginning, so B is the correct option. Here is another MCQ. A person has their gallbladder removed. Which statement is correct? They cannot eat carbohydrate? No. They can eat fat only in a small amount. They can eat only liquid food? No. They must not eat more than one large meal a day. So now here the two options which are contradictory or more or less similar up to certain extent, ठीक है, एक तो ये contradictory भी है और फिर कहीं कहीं हमें सही भी नजर आ रहा है। They can eat fat only in a small amount. Yes, थोड़ी fat खाएंगे तो जैसे कहा जाए कि गुजारा हो सकता है, because of the fact that कि bile juice store in gallbladder. Okay, gallbladder, and it comes from liver. If it is not stored in the gallbladder, then liver directly throw the bile juice or bilirubin in the blood. And it's being filtered out by the kidney. So it can't be reached to the intestinal area or to the digestive tract for the emulsification, as we know that bile juice is there to do the emulsification. Emulsification is the process in which the surface area of the fat globules is increased. Fat molecules surface area increased. Okay. Area increased. So the lipase can easily act on it and digest it in a proper way. So there are two options जिस पे हमें शक जा रहा है, एक ये वाला B और एक ये C. So इनमें से जो करेक्ट ऑप्शन है वो अभी हमें देखना होगा, इसको थोड़ा डिस्कस करते हैं. So अब जरा हम ये देखते हैं कि they can eat fat only in a small amount. Yes, this might be the correct one, or this is definitely the correct one. They must not eat more than one large meal a day. This is impossible. If a person has got a hunger cramps और hunger call, तो फिर definitely उसको खाना तो पड़ेगा. अब वो खाएगा तो सही, तो वो खाने पीने से तो रुक नहीं सकता. So this option is not the correct one. इस पे हमारा जो डाउट था ये बिल्कुल भी गलत, बिल्कुल भी सही नहीं है. It's totally wrong. As far as B is concerned, they can eat only a small amount, because if the fats are present in a small amount, so pancreatic lipase enzyme can act easily on a small amount of fat and digest it in a proper way. Otherwise ये होता है कि अगर हम बहुत ज्यादा fats ले लेंगे और emulsification नहीं हुई होगी, तो lipase cannot easily act on or properly act on the big or large molecules of the fats, because the emulsification is absent. So the activity of lipase is slow down. ठीक है, lipase की जो activity है वो slow down हो जाएगी. We have two types of lipase in the intestine. One is the pancreatic lipase, another one is the intestinal lipase. Intestinal lipase. Okay, so this B is the correct option. Now another MCQ: a small intestine of the cow are similar in general structure and functions of small intestine of human. A disease in the cow reduces the number of villi in their small intestine. The cow loses weight and becomes weak. What explains this? Less amylase is produced? No, it's not the right one. Less peristalsis, though it's related to the longitudinal muscle than circular muscles, this disease is related, not related with the muscular movement. Slow absorption of nutrient. Yes, this one is the correct answer because this disease reduces the number of villi. Okay, that helps in absorption of the digested food. Slower digestion of protein, no, it's not the right option. So the right option is the C. Now the next one is the diagram shows some of the organs of the human body. P, S, Q, and R. Now the diagram shows some organs of the human body, digestive system. In which organ does the digestion of carbohydrates takes place? It's definitely in P and R. Because in intestine, the digestion of the carbohydrates takes place, and in P, that is the mouth, due to the salivary amylase, the digestion is taking place. So the correct option is B. Now the MCQs, the activity of lipase is measured in 4 parts of the gut. Which part has the most lipase activity? Colon, large intestine, there is no enzyme present in it. Duodenum, yes, duodenum is the correct option because it contains most of the lipase that comes from the pancreas in the form of pancreatic juice. Esophagus, it's not the portion of any type of digestion, and stomach contains only protease type of enzymes. So it is also not the correct option. So the correct option is the duodenum. The diagram shows the organ of the digestive system, organs of the digestive system 1, 2, 3, 4. They are asking where is amylase made? Amylase kahan banta hai? It's definitely in 1 and in 4. That is in pancreas and in salivary glands. That is salivary amylase is produced here, and in pancreas, pancreatic amylase is produced. Okay, so the correct option is A, 1 and 4. Now another MCQ. The dietary fiber passes through the several structure after leaving the stomach. In which order does the dietary fiber passes through these structures? A. Duodenum, ileum, colon, rectum. This is the correct option. Duodenum, ileum, rectum, colon. No. Ileum, duodenum, colon, rectum. No. Ileum, duodenum, rectum, and colon. The correct option is A. Duodenum, ileum, colon, and rectum. Now, a protease is added to a suspension of egg protein in the test tube and kept at 27 degrees centigrade. After 8 minutes, the protein change from cloudy to transparent. That is, protein is digested. Which product or products will now present in the test tube? Definitely amino acids. Another is, what is the optimum pH of stomach protease? It's pH 2. The diagram shows the part of the digestive system. What is the function of liquid produced in part 1 and released in part 2? Produces in part 1, that is pancreas, and release in duodenum, that is the small intestine, part 2. To digest protein to amino acids, to increase the surface area of fat droplets? No, this is not the correct one, because the emulsifier, that is the bile juice, comes from here to here. Okay, not from here to here. Okay, so this option B is incorrect. C, to acidify the content of part 2? No, acidification or acidic pH is only found in stomach. And the third one, that is D, the fourth one, that is D, to prevent further digestion of the starch? No, there is no prevention of further digestion of starch from this material into this area. So the correct option is the digested to digest the protein to amino acids. That is, the pancreas secretes pancreatic juice that contains the protease enzyme, and it comes into the duodenum where the protein molecules are present, and they convert the proteins into small molecules, that is amino acids. Okay, now another MCQ. The graph shows the result of experiments in which the activity of an enzyme was measured at the different pH values. So here increasing enzyme activity, and here the increasing pH value from 1 to 8, that is from 1 to 7, or in fact 1 to 6, acidic pH is there. Acidic pH is there. Okay. And from 7 it's neutral, and in 8 it goes to basic area. Okay, basic pH. In which part of the alimentary canal would this enzyme be like to work? अच्छा, अब ये जो है, ये एंजाइम की जो एक्टिविटी है वो बेसिकली देखिए पीक पे जो जा रही है वो है 2 और 3 के दरमियान, ऑलमोस्ट ये पीक पे पहुंच गया है. पहले कम था, फिर एकदम से जैसे जैसे पीएच आगे बढ़ा है और 2 पे जाके इसकी पीक है 2, 3, और फिर उसके बाद जैसे 2 और 3 के बाद आगे पीएच बढ़ रहा है तो इसकी एक्टिविटी खत्म होती चली जा रही है. सो यहाँ पर इसकी एक्टिविटी जो है पीएच 2 और 3 के दरमियान जो है वो बहुत हाई है. इनफैक्ट पीएच 2 पे तो बहुत ही एक्सट्रीम है. ठीक है. सो which area this type of enzyme is present in the alimentary canal? माउथ कैविटी? नो, माउथ के अंदर तो पीएच जो होता है वो 7 होता है और न्यूट्रल होता है, स्लाइटली बेसिक. ठीक है. अच्छा, एसोफेगस? नो, देयर इज नो एसिडिक पीएच इन एसोफेगस. स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन, इट्स अ बेसिक पीएच और slightly towards basic, neutral towards basic. Acha, as far as stomach is concerned, stomach has the acidic pH, so this enzyme probably found in stomach because it has got a very high pH, that is acidic pH, that is 2. So the correct option is D, that is the stomach. Now the last one. By which process is food moved through the alimentary canal? Assimilation, digestion, ingestion, peristalsis. Assimilation is the entrance of the digested food from the intestine to the blood. Intestine to blood, तो डेफिनेटली ये मूवमेंट तो नहीं हुई फूड की जो एलिमेंट्री कैनाल के अंदर है. ये तो एलिमेंट्री कैनाल से बाहर निकल गया और ब्लड में चला गया. नो, इट्स नॉट द करेक्ट ऑप्शन. डाइजेशन, it is basically a chemical process. It's not involved in any sort of movement of the food molecules or movement of the food. ये chemical process है, it takes place everywhere. It does not require any sort of movements. Ingestion is just the take up of the food. ठीक है, that what we eat. So it's not related to the movement of the food in the alimentary canal. The last one option is the correct one, that is the peristalsis. Peristalsis is the movement of the antagonistic movement of the muscles of the alimentary canal, and it pushes the food from the mouth to the small intestine, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and eventually rectum and anus. Okay, so by this we have completed the past paper MCQs of the chapter digestion, and inshallah we will continue the theory portion in the next class.